Okay, welcome ladies. Tonight is March the 6th, our team meeting for this month. And I wanted to give, I know everyone that I talk about isn't always at the meetings, and I know some people have things going on, but I hope that everyone gets a chance to watch them back. So I always want to give shout outs even if people aren't on the actual call. So I wanted to give a shout out to our newest consultant on our team, Amy Santana. She just joined last month, and we're happy to have you. And congrats to Amanda Schiller for welcoming her first teammate. That is very exciting. Yes, I'm excited for you as you get your launch party set up and everything. And then a shout out to Amanda Davis and Amanda Walls on completing their second restart period. And everyone, you also have a chance to try for March. If you did make your second jump start, your first or second jump start, you do have to have $12.50 in sales to make your third one for March. And then you would earn $100 in free product. And if you did make your second one, any extra you had would roll over to count towards that $12.50. So just an FYI for that. Okay, so yes, we were just talking about a spring product launch party or an open house party. I've put, if you don't have an event like this on the calendar, definitely set one up. Amanda, I know you do, and Melissa, I know you're part of ours on Friday. We decided to do an open house. It's similar to Tara's doing a launch party. I don't know if she's calling hers a spa-scape or not, or just calling it a product launch event. But the idea is to get sales and or bookings. If you're really focusing on sales, the party will probably look a little bit different than if you're really focusing on bookings. Excuse me. So we decided to do the open house at my place just to save a little bit in fees as far as instead of renting out a facility right now because we weren't sure what attendance we would have. So this was kind of a tryout, but we'll be showcasing all the new products and then some of the most popular products. And there definitely will be a little goodie incentive for them to book a party. And I'll probably have a bigger product for anyone that does book a party to put their name in the drawing for that, that they will get that product when they close out their party, close out a qualifying party. So they just have to have a $200 party, and then they'll get that full-size product if their name is drawn. So, yeah, so definitely, and for you too, Amanda, with your open house coming up this weekend, I would suggest focusing on not just sales, but bookings for the rest of March and into April, because we did just release all those great new products. And I know we were talking about giving out samples with the new catalog. That's what I've been doing is sliced up. And I know Amanda Walls was doing this too. I sliced up a bar of the charcoal soap, and I got about 15 samples, and they're a generous sample. I know some people can get closer to 20, but I didn't want to slice it too thin. I wanted them to have enough to really sample the product. So I've been giving that to my local customers along with a new catalog, and I'll be sending them out when I get more of the charcoal soap. Actually, later this week, I'll slice them up again and send them out to my long distance customers with that, because just the scent of it I think is really nice, but also the benefits of the charcoal. This is an easy way for them to introduce them to the charcoal line and get them really interested in it, and it won't cost any more to send that little sample of soap along with the catalog. So I really like that aspect of it, that it's a really easy way to do it. And the Midnight Orchid bar soap is another good option. It's pretty and it smells good. I just went with the charcoal because I know a lot of people that's kind of like a buzzword in the beauty skincare line right now. So that's why I picked that one, because I think most people are really excited about the benefits of that, or they've heard activated charcoal before, but they don't really know what it's about. And I do love that it's the first page when you open up the catalog. If you haven't seen the new catalog yet, I have one right here. So when you open up the new catalog, it's that first page that they look at the charcoal products and all the benefits. So I really do like that. That was good advertising. Oh, so, and yeah, when I sliced it into 15 slices, it only cost about 50 cents. For my long distance customers, if they're on a party or if we were in an event, I had an event and I asked, I gave a new charcoal sample to anyone that ordered, and I said they could pick from the soap, polish, or mask. And so for my long distance customers, I just picked the sample of soap for $1.25 because that's easier than mailing them one. So, and then if you're a new consultant listening to this, this type of event can be your launch party. And just your guests are going to love the new products and the scents that are coming out for spring, summer, because at this point, those of us that live in the Northeast, we're all just ready to think about spring and summer. So having those products on hand that smell like coconut and strawberry lemonade gets you really excited for the next season. So get in touch with your sponsor or me if you have any questions and trying to plan your launch party. And we're definitely happy to help you get your business off to a great start. And then if you didn't see the date for the team Facebook party, it is March 14th at 8:30. So that is next Tuesday night. And if you're not a part of that group, let me know and I'll add you. And what you do is just add your guest if they want to be a part of it, and they actually stay a part of that group until they choose to remove themselves. So it's not an event. The live feed happens right in the group part. And I like it because it not only encourages a few more sales for the month, but it really encourages booking a party, because this gives them a taste about what a Facebook party is like. And Tara does usually give a goodie away if they book a party within, I think, 24 hours or something, or place an order over 40 usually. So I know I've had the most success when I reach out to guests personally and invite them, or if it gets close to that event and I say, and they tell me they want to order, I'll say, sure, I'll place your order for you. And if you want to join me for the team Facebook party, you can learn about This month is about detoxifying your skin. So I'm assuming she's mainly going to focus on the charcoal products. So all my guests all the guests that are here for our open house, I'm going to make sure we talk about that team Facebook parties, because I'm sure they'll learn stuff at that I may forget to mention during our open house. So that is a great something to utilize. Okay, and I want to talk a little bit about creating graphics. If you're wanting to create your own graphics, I know a lot of people on their phones, they use PicMonkey. It's called Moldiv, Moldiv on my phone, and it's usually just a quick graphic. I've done just like thank you graphics, like I take a picture of the product and put thank you over them. I don't do that a ton anymore. I still do it some, but I have also word swag. I like that for if I'm just needing to do some text quickly. Something like, party starts in 10 minutes, and it's just a fun looking graphic, or last day to place your order. And if you want it to look a little fancy, the word swag is really, really easy to use on your phone, and it's fast. If you're wanting something to do more in depth and be on your computer, I use canva.com. I'm trying to remember offhand the one that Tara has used and likes. I can't think of it now. But I think Canva is pretty easy, and I just use all the free graphics. There's things that you can pay $1 for, lots of designs, but there's lots for free. And then I'll upload different images. That's how I make the team banner for March, the incentives. I just upload from our replicated website the small pictures of the actual products, and I upload those, put them in, write my text. It really doesn't take me too long, like maybe an hour to do. And then usually it's just deciding like what incentives I want and everything. But then I also made an invite for our open house this Friday using Canva. So I just chose a social media post. I picked a strawberry lemonade graphic, put that on the top, and then left a little bit of room at the bottom to add my text to it. And I can post it in the team page after we're done. So for those of you who didn't see it, you can take a look at an example of what I did. There is a social media policy in Lemongrass University that does talk about in detail what type of graphics we're not supposed to do. Like, for example, we can't take a graphic from home office, like the strawberry lemonade, and put text on top of it. Say, writing in that hand soap is $12 and the body wash is $15. They've specifically asked us not to do that. They don't care if we put our website on any of the graphics from home office to draw business to our page. And so I double checked with Tara today and gave her the example of what I did for our open house, that flyer I created, graphic. And she said she thought that was fine. She said really as long as there's not any writing on top of their graphic, she thinks it's fine. So if you have any questions as you're creating graphics, just go to LU and look under the section called logo and graphics, I think, and it'll say social media policy. Read through that, and then if you do, after reading it, have any questions, just let me know. So I'd be happy to answer those. And like I said, I will post in the team page afterward the sample of the graphic that I did. Okay, and then I am going to start in our pin post where I do the incentive and have the Hello March graphic. I'm going to post our team goal for our monthly sales and our team recruiting goal. And then it's similar to what Tara does as we as the month goes on. I'll update with our actual numbers, and so everyone can see how close we're getting, because I know right now I'm the only one that can really see that. So I thought it'd be fun if we can all see and cheer each other on, because when we do meet one of our goals, I just randomly select a winner from everyone who's active. And if we meet both of the goals, I select 2 winners. So that would be fun. And for anyone that's new, the incentives that I offer on our team page, that is what you guys can earn. And then when Tara posts a team or organizational challenges, she calls it organizational challenge, that applies to everyone in her downline, which includes everyone under me. So this month is for every $1,000 in sales you submit, you have a chance to win the number 2 party package. So, and she does random ones, I think, throughout the month. They're not just always some she has pinned at the beginning of the month, but she does some random ones throughout the month that are great for everyone because they're organizational challenges. So that is always fun. All right, ladies, I didn't want to take too much time tonight, but as we were talking about those couple different things, open house, team Facebook party, and creating graphics, if any of you thought of a question, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know. I really meant to post earlier in the day and say, come with questions or whatever, in case you had any, but sometimes when I'm talking too, you might think of a question as I bring up different topics. So if you have any questions related to those things or unrelated to those topics, that's totally fine. And if Amanda, you have any questions about your open house this weekend, or if you're pretty much set, that's cool too.
I don't really have a question, but
Okay.
I guess I'm just like I'm debating on whether or not I should like print flyers, like some flyers to have I don't know, like I guess when I was planning it in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to print like so many flyers and hang them up all over. And now I'm like, oh, it's coming up, and I don't know what flyers I want to print. Do you print flyers for like open houses?
What I'm gonna have for ours on Friday are the specials for March and April, the bigger graphic of the essential oil that's of the month, which is the sweet orange, I think this month.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna print out I think they call them the table tent cards. I just need to get my hands on some card stock so I can print them on something heavier. If not, if all else fails, I'll print them on regular paper for now. But I'm going to print out those. I think they talk about the customizable skincare kits. And when we were on the Wow Factors, were you able to watch that with Jennifer Duza? Did you watch the Wow Factors?
I didn't watch. I listened. I had it on like
Okay.
I could watch, but I was folding towels.
Okay. So she like showed these charts of like in detail about the facial polish, the charcoal facial polish, the mask, and the soap, and like all the benefits. So she said that those would be available. So I haven't checked all through that email of the March and April specials of the table tens if the charcoal products are under them. If they're not, I'm going to ask, email Jennifer and see if she knows, are we going to get those, or she just thought we were and said that by mistake? Because if we are, I'd like to print one of each of those that really highlights each product in depth and set it by the mask, the polish, and the soap. So that's my plan, I think, to have those three, if they're available, to highlight each of the charcoal products, the customizable skincare kits, because I think that's really, really exciting to focus on too. And then definitely the March, April specials, along with the focus of the oil of the month. So
yeah, those skincare kits got me all excited. Like I'm so excited that they are doing that now, because I struggled personally before, like being an ex-esthetician, like knowing that no one's skin is the same.
Right.
And there was like these set kits, and I'm like, I never pushed them on anyone. I never really talked about them, because I'm like, yeah, that one's good for acne, but this also has something that could, what, you could get this and this, like,
right.
And like my mother-in-law, she was like, you guys don't have an anti-aging kit. I'm like, it's kind of all anti-aging. Like, trying to sell it. And I'm like, but I love now that they have the anti-aging luxury kit, and that's the actual name of it. And you can see that there's a flyer for it.
Yeah,
I need to print that. That's what I need to print.
Yep, definitely. Those face kits are gonna go over well. And I was also just thinking one of the multi-purpose sheets. There's an updated one with like the soothing balm, recovery balm, healing elements, body polish. So the multi-purpose one, I would print out one of those, because when they see the products and how many things they're good for, that gets them interested in those certain products too, because they can see what so many uses they have.
I made some healing element samples too. I made so many samples on Saturday, and I like labeled them all, and my little jars are like this big, so I had to like cut the labels to make them fit. Pain.
Well, I ordered some, I think they were 3 milliliter jars this time. I've gotten 4 milliliters. I like that size the best. 5 is a little too big, because I don't like to put too much of a sample in. And if I put too little in a 5 milliliter jar, it looks like I'm not giving them much, even though they go a long way. The 3 milliliter are a little small, but I got ones that had labels with them. And normally they're the size of the top, and it's about the size of a quarter. But this time the labels were like the size of a dime, and the jars were still the size of a quarter. So they look so funny, but until I find more labels, I'm going to have to use them. So I have to write really tiny.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. So how are you setting up your event this weekend? Are they doing like one thing then the other, like LuLaRoe first and trying on stuff, or her presenting, and then you're going to talk a little bit about lemongrass, or have you talked with the other consultant about that?
I guess what I was thinking was, you know, as people come, because I'm trying to do it like as casual as possible.
Okay, so it's like an open house. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that people can show up when they want to. They can stay as long as they want to. I'm going to make some tomato soup in a crock pot and like some little cheese dippers. That'll be great. That won't be the highlight, but whatever. Melissa's gonna have, she's my LuLaRoe girl. She's actually Amanda's LuLaRoe girl, but I'm borrowing her. She's gonna have like 3 racks, okay. 2 big ones and small ones, and she's gonna set them up, and then she's got her van full of LuLaRoe. So I guess I kind of just figured, you know, as people come in, I'm gonna have the hand spa set up over on my kitchen sink, and I figured I'd bring them over there first. They can get a hand spa and really like cozy up, offer them a drink, and then, you know, just let them shop between LuLaRoe and lemongrass, and you know, be there if they have any questions, and more than happy to pass out samples and talk to them. And I guess kind of more nonchalantly like, oh, now that you're here, look at my lemongrass stuff. I guess that's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know. I will take any advice.
Yep, that sounds casual, and I'm glad you're having a hand spa. We're going to do that for our open house too, because that gives them a good taste of the body polish and or lotion if you have anything else in between, but 2 of our, you know, main sellers. And then definitely because it is an open house and you could get a lot of people at once, or you could get pulled away from your station with the products, I definitely would recommend printing out those few flyers and having them there. Or if you have some of your wow factor cards from your kit, if you set up some of your products and it comes, you have a wow factor card that correlates with that, I'd set that card out next to the product so they can be reading on their own about the information and then interject a question to you if they need to, or if you're not around, they're still able to get some information on the product while it's out there.
That's a good idea.
So, yep, that would probably be my main suggestion, so that they still get some information without having it to be like a sit down, because it is an open house style. So if I have enough people that come to ours like at the same time, I might do a little bit of a spiel about maybe if there's enough that aren't familiar with lemongrass, give them a little bit of a history, like real brief, and try to work in a little bit of a booking spiel to it about how fun would this be to have an actual spa party, spa night with your girlfriends. Let me know. You can get them together. They can try out all the new products, the charcoal line and everything. So if I have a time where I have enough people here and I feel like it works to do just a quick, like 5 at the most 10-minute spiel, I will. But otherwise, I'll make sure I have the printed flyers for people to look at. And the difference with ours is that we do have a few different consultants here to ask questions. For you, it'll just be you. So those flyers and wow factor cards will come in handy.
Should I offer like foot spas? I was debating about this, like setting my table up like near the couches so that people can kind of just sit and I can like have like foot spas ready, but without water, of course.
My thought would be no, because you're wanting them to get excited to do a party of their own. Like that would be the ideal of this, would to be book parties off of this. And so let them know, oh, if you enjoyed the hand spa, you'll need to have a foot spa event with your friends. And they can choose to, oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would love to soak my feet, you know, take away the worries of the day. And like, yeah, invite some friends. Let's make it a night. And that's a good way to book a party, by not giving them everything at that event. Plus, I think foot spas are pretty time consuming, and they take a lot of your focus as far as doing the 3 steps and everything. And that'll really take away from you mingling between people at the hand spa or people at your product table with your products, answering questions. So yeah, for this type of event, I wouldn't do foot spas.
Okay.
I would just make it talk about it. You could have your foot kit out and show them, yeah, we do this 3-step process. If you wanted to do a foot spa event with your friends, and just let them know that's totally something that you would do. And I think that would be a good way to book some parties.
My husband tried it for the first time this past Saturday night. And I rubbed his feet for him, and like, you know, I put the foot balm on him and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, he's like he enjoyed the smell of it. He's like, that actually really helped my stomach, 'cause he was feeling a little sick at the time. He's like, wow, that really helped my stomach. And then afterwards, he like looks at me. He's holding our son, who's like passed out in his arms. He's like, my feet really are soft. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yep, my husband loves it too. If I suggest it, he'll be like, yeah, sure, let's do one.
I thought it was funny. I'm sorry. I'm talking a little too loud. I'm trying to sleep. But I thought it was funny. My husband came in because I grabbed the handle of the pot. It was really, really hot because I had stuck it in the oven like a genius, and then took it out and then grabbed it, and I burned my hand a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna want to put some healing elements on that right away." I'm like, "I'll just come run it under cool water, but thanks."
I know, I do. I love when they get into it as much as, or more so than we do sometimes. And my husband will say, this product is really good for this. You should tell everyone, and you'll sell it all the time. I'll do that, babe. I'll make sure everyone knows how it's worked so well for you. But it's true. It's good. And sometimes you really just don't believe it until you try it. And that is the reason why getting the products into our customers' hands, potential customers, is so important. So, well, good luck, Amanda, with your event. If you have any questions between now and then, please let me know. I'm guessing Melissa had some issues with connection because she's been in and out. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will talk to you all later.
Good night.
Night.